Hello everyone, this is Arcyllis, and I'm back with more Elder Scrolls Legends. In this episode, well, sort of episode, it's just a thing, I guess, I don't know. I'm just gonna be showing you off all of the, I made it with this little, like, handy deck builder tool that I found online, and I have all the deck lists, for all the decks I intend to make as of now. This may change in the future, but as of now, this is all of them. So we're gonna go through them all. Yeah! Starting with the Warriors of Arcyllis, my Orsmer deck. So here's the deck list. I'll just give a rundown. I won't talk during it, so you can pause and take a look at the cards. And yeah. So yeah, that's basically the Warriors of Arcyllis deck is it's your Orc deck, and my thought with the Orc deck was, what's the best way to make sure I always have Orcs? Make sure every single creature drop in this deck is an Orc. So most of the deck is composed of Orcs. So I'll almost always have things for Bancori Butcher, things for the Milton Chieftain, things for the Chieftain's Banners, all that good stuff. All of it, and the Stunshot Orcs. But yeah, basically yeah. And also I did recently go through and edit them. You can see the changelog I have. I did recently go through and edit. I'll probably show the changelog too. I did recently go through and edit all these decks to make sure they're all like as small as I can possibly make them. Hold on. There we go. Get some water. Alright. So yeah. I tried to make them as small as I possibly could, and this is probably my favorite deck that I've ever made, my Orc deck right here. This is basically my pride and joy in this game. Anyways, back to the thing. Next deck is Thalmor Insurgents, my Altmer deck, or High Elf if you will. There's a changelog. As you can see by there, I entirely changed the focus of this deck at one point. Yeah, I'll run through the deck real quick. Yeah, that's the Altmer deck. Basically, it's just I got spells and I got things to buff off spells. Or actions, I suppose. I just like calling them spells because that's what most of them are. Most of them are like spell type things. And yeah, I got the Speaker Tyrannus. I'm debating between him and that Mage's College thing. I mean, this guy's good to keep pumping out actions for me, but the Mage's College costs less and it pumps out creatures for me. I don't know. I don't know what's better, getting more random actions, or getting some more creatures off my actions. Who knows? But yeah. It's a form of AoE buff deck, really. I got the Thalmor Justicars, or just DCRs, however you pronounce that. I like calling them Justicars because that's what I thought it said initially. And yeah, I got Divine Fervors, and Scouts Vindicators, stuff to buff stuff up, and of course the Arcane Savants. Those are gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's the Thalmor Insurgents deck. You keep in mind the name Thalmor Insurgents. All these decks are themed, so whenever you're suggesting modifications in the comment section below, do keep in mind the themes of the decks. It's like Altmer Patriot is right out because it's all about the Thalmor, and those are Thalmor Insurgents. Anyways, on to the arena. Here's the rundown. So yeah, pretty much, I This is basically just your standard rush deck. Funny enough, actually no, this isn't the cheapest deck. It's another one. But yeah, no, maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, this is the arena deck. It's basically just a rush deck. I got the gladiator arenas. I got a lot of things that deal high damage for low cost, and gladiator arenas to cover me if my damage isn't sufficient. Because for my creatures, I'll just use gladiator arenas to put a hard timer on the match. Yeah, it's the arena deck. And on Arena Champions, this is actually the cheapest deck I've ever made. The only reason I called it Arena Champions is because this is like the most successful deck I've ever had in Solo Arena, and I just improved upon it in like into a normal deck format. I got rid of some of the random cards and narrowed it down to the important stuff. I don't know how well it's gonna work because I never tested it like in this state, but it worked well in the Solo Arena, so who knows? Here's the red deck list. Yeah, basically, I don't know what the theme of this deck is. I don't think it really has one. It's just a mishmash of a bunch of random stuff. I got wax and lane effects. I got veteran stuff. I got consume stuff. I got other stuff. I got all kinds of stuff, and even spell damage. I don't know. I don't know what to call this deck exactly. I guess it doesn't really have a theme. It's just this is just a big agglomeration of stuff that works well together, it seems. Anyways, on to the next one. The soundtrack's getting a bit loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's a bit quiet now. There we go. That should be better. Black Marsh Warriors. Anyways, here's a rundown of this deck. Let me scroll a second. There we go. So yeah, basically it's just I got a lot of Argonians and a lot of high cost things to benefit from the massive amount of magic buffing that the Argonians are going to be pumping out for me. Also, I do have Black Rose Herbalist because healing, in my opinion, like healing's going to be king in this game. Healing's going to be key because I have a lot of big things, and a number of big things means you don't drop any per turn. So healing them up is going to be like perfect. Although I'm debating if I should drop those for like healing touches. I'm thinking perhaps. You know, I can probably do that right now. I did this in the last episode too, where I would edit the deck mid-video. I just thought of this, so yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. I'll keep the suppressors in there. Yeah, that should do it. Just finish that. Oh, I haven't mentioned the changelog. Whatever. Alright, I need to go to my decks now. Move my timer over there, I guess. That'll work. Excuse me. Clear my throat a little bit. Alright, on to the Bosmer deck, or Wood Elves, if you will. The Valen Wood Hunters. Here's the rundown. So yeah, basically it's just your standard Bosmer wound deck with like Cauterize, Finish Off, Felinesta Reavers, or one Reaver, and other stuff, card draw, and stuff. I got some Vipers and some Highland Lurchers just for good measure. Just for good measure, I have those two, and yeah. Sorry, I don't know what just happened there. Something weird happened. Anyways, that's the gist of that deck, is wounds. And stuff that buffs up wounds. I don't know how well it works. Anyways, Guarded Power is like probably one of my favorite decks. Not my favorite because Orcs are always my favorite, but this is probably one of my favorites. So here's the rundown of it. So yeah, this deck is basically all about wards and things to buff off wards, and also just in general just wards. Like the Lion Guard strategist, for instance, it's a useful card. I mean, the main issue with it is just a 2/3 for 4, but if I can get it and use it for in combo with North Point captains or basically any of my things in this deck that don't have a ward innately, it's just awesome because it's just free wards. Who doesn't want free wards? But yeah, it's basically this deck. And also have the Supreme Natural Measures just a kicker at the end. And yeah, that's the gist of the Guarded Power deck. Now it's Bathe in Blood, which is a Consume deck. Here's the rundown. So yeah, basically that's the Bathe in Blood deck. It just, I just have, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about, like, the name of this deck comes from the Fearsome Dremora card, which is a card you can't get. It's a 4-cost 3/3, but one of its lines when it's played is "I will bathe in you."
I will bathe in your blood.
But yeah, that's just I was having trouble thinking of a good name for this deck, so I just named it that. And I threw in some Daedra in there just for the heck of it, because why not? It's not really nice people consuming other things to do scary things. I don't know. Anyways, that's the Bathe in Blood deck. Next up, we got Daggerfall Covenant, which here's the rundown. I can't get it all in view. Okay, I guess just scroll. So yeah, this is just a souped up Redguard deck. I stuck with Redguard deck, and the way I make a lot of my, well, at least a couple of my 3 entry decks, my original 2, which is this one and the House Telvanni deck that I'm going to show you later. The way I usually make them is hold on. Sorry about that. I need to turn my fan on because it's getting a little hot in here. It gets hot in here when I don't have any of my fans on, which I have a significant number of them. But yeah, basically it's just a souped up Redguard deck. So sorry since you probably can hear the fan in the background now, the little buzzing I just turned on. I'm getting a bit sweaty right now. I just bumped the mic like this. But yeah, anyways, I should stop scrolling around the Daggerfall Covenant deck. It's just a souped up Redguard deck. Just souped up with all kinds of weapons and Redguards. Stalwart Vigil, here we are in the Guard deck. Here's the rundown. Yeah, basically this is just your standard guard deck. I just have a lot of guards and a lot of things to give guards. I have the Imperial camps to buff up my guards, as well as Divine Fervors, and also the only reason I have 2 of these and 2 of these is because these guys give guards, and these ones also give health, as well as attack. Plus, I give it to everything, not just the ones that have guard. But yeah. By give guards, I mean it puts some cards in my hand some creatures in my hand that have guard. It puts 7 guardsmen in my hands. Or in my hand. But anyways, yeah. It's just your good old guard deck. And all that stuff that goes along with it. Onto Draconic Rage. Here's the rundown. Yeah, basically it's just a dragon deck, as you can expect from the name. But yeah, the thing about the low cost jumps, since I tend to like to think thematically, if you have a bunch of dragons, the only thing that's going to help a bunch of dragons is Draugr. So all the other creatures have to be Draugr. And also the Hist grows there because I figured, you know what? I have the Elder's Blood dragons. Why not include some Hist groves? Because then I can do some cool stuff with them. Yeah, because the Swamp Leviathans are kind of like swamp dragons, but not really. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, maybe I should include some of them. I don't know. Well, actually, they're not actually dragons, so they won't trigger my dragon abilities like the Ancient Lookout and stuff. So yeah, I'm not really gonna bother. Oh, I guess. Sorry, I'm editing the deck in the middle of things again. Icewing Dragon has never been my favorite, so I think I may include. Oops, Leviathan. There we go. There. And I got Swamp Leviathans instead of those the Frost Scale Dragons. Because I don't know. Actually, you know what? No, I should actually change that back, because I have the Glacial Dragons, which I need to hit things with dragons, and these aren't proper dragons. Yeah, let me get my Frosts. Or Icewing Dragons, that's what they are. Frost Scale Dragons are the ones that are Strength Intelligence Dragons. I thought of including Dragon Plate Armor, but then I had trouble thinking of what I could drop out. Because I like the Hist grows and all that. Well, actually, I don't know. You know, why don't I just do that? Yeah! Dragon Plate Armor. Done. Yeah, you can include either Hist groves or Dragon Plate Armor. I think I'm going to include Dragon Plate Armor just because. It's a dragon deck, so it seems to fit with it. Oops, wrong button. I hope that's changed stayed. Let me see. Yeah, it did. Alright, good. I don't know about the Dragon Plate Armor. I may change that back after the video. Or maybe I'll change it now. Why do I keep changing this? You know what? I'll just decide later. Screw it. I'll decide later on which one I want to include. You guys can decide for yourselves. But anyways, on to the next one, Draugr. Here's a rundown. So yeah, basically, this is just... I mean, initially it was going to be a Wisp Mother-based deck, but then I decided that that's kind of annoying, because all I have is a bunch of little stuff that's kind of worthless, because I can't really buff it up. So I decided again, I got rid of the Wisp Mothers, I got rid of a lot of the board spammy stuff, and I included a lot of stronger cards, so that way I have like my Black Room Necromancers and a Skeletal Dragon. I mean, just one, because I just wish my mic was a little bit up. Hopefully I wasn't messing with the video, if not I'll have to re-record this again. But yeah, Skeletal Dragon will, yeah, it's just, I only have one because it's an 8-drop, and I don't want too many massive drops in this deck. But yeah, that's the Draugr deck. I spent so much time on my Draconic Rage deck because I decided something. Oh yeah, Wrath of the Fallen. This is a Dunmer deck. There's the rundown. So yeah, this is just your good old Dunmer Death Rattle deck. I recently included like the Channeled Storms instead of Crushing Blows, and a Black Hand Messenger instead of an Ash Servant. Just because. But yeah, that's what we got. And also the Heirloom Great. I mean, a number of these cards, like the specific cards like Heirloom Great Sword, Ice. The main reason Loneth is in here is just so that like I can draw like some of these really good cards like Heirloom Great Sword, Ice Storm, Endural Archmage, Mundus Stone, stuff like that. I can just draw it, specifically draw it from the deck. I mean, right now, since I don't have Loneth in my actual collection in game, I have Spirit Knife in place of her, but yeah. Pretty soon I'll be in Clockwork City. Soon enough, at least. At least as of recording this. I should also mention, as of recording this, I'm also around episode 30-something. Whereas I uploaded episode 6 recently. And yeah, anyways, that's the Wrath of the Fallen. Now it's a Dwemer Automata. Here's the rundown. So yeah, basically it's just your good old Dwemer deck. I have, oops, I just yanked my headset off my head a little bit. Yeah, I just lost track of what I was saying. I tried my best to make it a neutral deck, and I did succeed, as you can see. At one point I was considering adding intelligence cards, but then I decided, nah, it's got to be all neutral, for like mechanical allies and stuff. Make sure everything. I just decided to make it a raw neutral deck because it's a Dwemer deck, so why not make it raw neutral? And also I have things like Elixir Conflict, the Horned Helms, and other stuff like that to give me supplemental buffs for my zero-cost creatures, so they can actually have some attack power, and not just be randomly hanging on there with no attack at all. Anyways, on to the Mammoth Herders. Here's the rundown. So yeah, basically I just made a giant mammoth troll deck. So what do we got? Giants, mammoths, and trolls. I include the trolls because a lot of them regenerate for the frost giants and stuff. And yeah, I don't have any magic buffing stuff. I don't have any direct healing. I have things that regenerate, but that's it. But yeah. And of course the Savage Ogre, because why not? It's a big thing that buffs attack like crazy. So yeah. That's the Mammoth Herders deck. It was just going to be Mammoths and Giants, but then there wasn't enough Mammoths and Giants to fill out the deck, so I added Trolls too. Just because of the Frost Giants. But anyways, on to the next one, Murkwater Goblins. There's a rundown. So yeah, basically it's just your good old goblin deck with a lot of things to reduce health and stuff. I have like Malefic Wreath, Weakness, Lay Down Arms, so I have a lot of things to give me curses. I don't have direct curses directly in the deck because I don't want too many zero cost cards because it's just annoying when you draw one and you needed something actually more useful than a zero cost thing. Because zero cost things are not very powerful at all. But yeah! And also I have the Highland Lurchers in there just for good measure. Words. Words are hard. When you say this many words, it gets hard to say them. Anyways, on to the next one. There's the rundown. Sorry, just a second ago, I just realized that if I lean close to my... It just occurred to me, if I lean close to my fan, then I get more fan noise in the mic. If I lean away from the fan, I get less fan noise in the mic. See, I just started leaning away from the fan, so I still get the benefit of the fan without you guys having to hear it as much. But yeah, basically it's just a good old board spammy deck with a lot of board spamness. A lot of stuff to spam the board, draw cards, and spam the board more. So you trigger all my plots and stuff. Anyways, on to the next one. Imperial March. Which this deck you'll see me use most of the time in upcoming videos. Videos soon to come. So here's the rundown. Well, actually, scratch that. You're not going to see me using this version of this deck, but you'll see me using a version of this deck. And also, if you guys are just starting out in this game, this is actually a really cost-effective deck. It's very powerful. You use it's only 6,350 gems, or yeah, it's gems. It's not dust. It's gems. But yeah, it's a very cost-effective deck, and it's very powerful. But basically, it's all about the board spams. That's everything that's in here is board spamness. And buffs. Of course, AoE buffs. Anyways, on to the next one. Ooh, it's an interesting one. There's the rundown. Alright, so basically this is just your good old Khajiit Pilfer deck. With, also I have, since everything in here is a Khajiit, I have Khmer in here as well to buff up my Khajiits. But yeah. That's basically it for this deck. It's Pilfer, and it's Khajiit Pilfer. Next one. Here's the rundown. So it's probably pretty self-explanatory. It's a Wax and Wane deck with mage playstyle. And yeah, of course I have the Frazzledally Feeks in here, or all Feeks. I don't know. Initially I thought it said Ali Feek, but then I realized it says all Feek. I don't know. I'm weird sometimes. I can't read a lot of times. Apparently. I don't know. I'm usually good at reading. What's going on? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, that's the Moonphase deck. It's a good old Khajiit with Wax Wane effects. Next one. This one's fun. Here's the rundown. Oh. There we go. So yeah, basically it's just your good old Nor deck with some wolves thrown in there for good measure. Wolves. And yeah, got Nords, I got wolves, I got other stuff. And yeah, that's what this does. And also it's sort of board spammy. I tried to do that with the Northwind Outpost and the Divine Fervors and the Mercenary Captains. And the Ragata. It shows that I'm this right here is what shows that I'm a nerd in lore. I'm a lore nerd, but here we go. Rundown time. Yeah, this is just your Redguard weapon deck, and also this is where the name Redguard comes from. This in the Yokudan language means like warrior wave or something, and basically Redguard is a corruption of this phrase. And basically the Yokudans, which are what these Redguards are, they came over to Tamriel in the Ragata, and then people in Tamriel started calling them Redguards because it was a corruption of the Ragata. So then I guess the name stuck. But yeah. Basically, just good old Redguard weapon deck. It's the smaller version of the Daggerfall Covenant deck you saw. That's the red one. Here's the rundown. Yeah, basically it's just your good old rally deck with, yeah, just a lot of rallies and a lot of stuff to benefit very thoroughly from rallies. And of course I have Inspiring Kinsmen and whatnot to do cool things with. But anyways, that's the House Redon deck in a nutshell. And yes, I'm intentionally not including Balmora Captains because I think they're a bit too much. House Telvanni. Here's the rundown. So yeah, basically with my House Telvanni deck, I took my House Telvanni deck. I took my Wrath of the Fallen deck, and I need to slow down talking because I'm talking way too fast. I took my Wrath of the Fallen deck and I just made it bigger, and then I decided, hey, you know what? I have these Brayton cards, and I have the attributes for the Brayton cards in this deck, so I implemented all the Brayton buff cards straight in here, like the Iliac Sorcerers, the Brayton Conjurers, the Daggerfall Mage, the Shorenom Champions, and of course Elixir Deflection, Warcrafters, stuff like that. And also I decided to include a Shadow from Priest too. And of course Supreme Atromancer for the kicker. Anyways, we're getting close to the end here. We got 2 more left. Next is Bestial Rage, or Bestial Rage, however you want to say it. Here's the rundown. There you go. So yeah, this is just your good old standard werewolf deck. Oh, not necessarily standard. None of these decks are really necessarily standard per se. I just did air quotes. Although you can't see me. As long as I can help it, you probably won't see me. And that means you probably never will. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's just basically your good old werewolf deck. Also the Cave Bears in there just to provide some late game power. Just like the Night Predators and the Children of Hircine. Yeah, that's the Bestial Rage deck. Now for Spriggan's Bestiary. This is the rundown. So yeah, basically this is just your Spriggan deck. Well, basically I wanted to make a wolf deck, and there weren't enough cards to make the wolf deck viable, so I put in Spriggans as well. And I decided to add in Snowy Sabercat, because why not? It's powerful enough, especially with the Sattergreen Elders, and the Piercing Javelins, and the Apex Wolves, and the Divine Fervor, or not Piercing Javelins, why did I say Piercing Javelins? I meant the Divine Fervors, the Shattergreen Elders, the Apex Wolves, and all that stuff. I think I'm probably going to replace the arrows in these with some of the buff card. So, yeah. I'm going to probably do that right now because I have a little bit of time. Let's see, that didn't work. Whatever. I don't know. I'll have to look through that later and look through it in the actual collection manager in the game. But yeah. So yeah, this has been a deck showcase with Arcyllis. So thank you all for watching. This has been Arcyllis, and I will see you all next time. Bye!